So I'm going to talk about the solar eclipse that has happened today, the total solar eclipse. It's a trending thing right now. It's probably viral, but I'm going to take this time to talk about what I saw. Now, let's just give a lot of people in a little bit of perspective. Just give you a bit of perspective. Just set the scene for you. My late grandmother, Grandma Hell, she was born in 1920. 1920, yeah, long time ago, folks. The last time a total solar eclipse happened was the year 1918. 2 years before the late Grandma Hale was born. You know, back at the beginning of the last century. So, yes, this is some very rare shit here. 99 years ago. $99 ago. Just let that sit in your head for a minute. 99 years ago, a total solar eclipse happened before. So, what happened on my part of the world? You know, I live in the West. I'm not necessarily in the spot where everything went total. But here's what happened. I get up. It's 8:55. You know, take that morning leak. I know that's a little TMI, but, you know, I'm recalling the events of what happened today. So, after that, I get up, leak, wash my hands, come out the bathroom. It's 9 o'clock. You know, I was reading all weekend that the eclipse will be starting at 9 o'clock. And I go outside. And when I look outside, it's just sunset. It just looks like it's sunset. It looks like it's 8:30 at night. Sunset. And this was really cool, you know. A lot of people, when you see the solar eclipse, or a total solar eclipse in this case, when it happens, just like, okay, let me know when we have the full actual eclipse, but not the entire process of the moon passing in front of the sun, then staying in front of the sun, and then moving away from the sun. You know, this stuff is all over the news, and it should be. You know, this is a historical event. It's very rare to see. So, again, it looks like sunset. You know, I've tweeted about this. And then comes the time as the morning goes on. We get closer and closer to the totality of this solar eclipse. You know, and I'm looking at the sky, looking at what's going on, and it just feels like it's nighttime. Which, if you're away from the TV right now, if you're away from looking at everything, you know, this shot pretty much gives you an idea of what a full eclipse would look like at its prime peak. You know, some people were dashing everywhere, and I know this because I was going along with Father Hale, and he tried to get these glasses just to see this event. You know, it's weird how stuff like this, which makes scientists turn to faith. I remember listening to that on the radio. There's like this one dude who was a full-out atheist, and I know this is kind of taboo territory, but this is exactly what they were talking about on the news. This guy was a full-on atheist. He saw a solar eclipse and he devoted himself to Christianity. And I thought that was like interesting, you know. These are miraculous events, and when the time came for it to be the full moment of the total solar eclipse, it just looked beautiful, you know. You'll probably see people posting their pictures on Facebook or Instagram or other social media showing where they were with it, you know. or how it looked. Some of us don't have all those special filters, to do such a thing. And trust me, if I had enough wherewithal and enough shapes to actually just take off pieces from the lens and then tape them to the lens of this camera to actually record the event, I would have. But unfortunately, I couldn't. So I couldn't share with you live what I was seeing. But it was beautiful, to see the sun completely blocked out by the moon, And let's take a little bit away from a total solar eclipse. Let's just talk about solar eclipses in general. The last time I saw a solar eclipse, I was 9 years young. I'm an adult now, but 9 years young. I was in 3rd grade. And when we were talking about these in science class, because, science class was actually a thing, we were told that these were very rare events. That you want to come away from the TV screen or put down the Legos, the Hot Wheels, the video games, and watch this event. And even back then, as a 9-year-old brat, seeing a solar eclipse for the first time, I thought, just how cool is this? This looks so amazing. In a person's lifetime, and we're gonna just fast forward to the everything in the total solar eclipse, because they had it live in other places in the world. The thin strip of tape of where the eclipse traveled across the land, that sort of thing, and they showed how it was completely night, how the temperature outside dropped 5 degrees. I didn't notice the temperature drop. I didn't. You might have. But when you get events like this, take the time out to witness them, because again, 99 years since the last one happened. Odds are you probably may not ever see another solar eclipse in your lifetime. The average person doesn't even see a solar eclipse. Every few will see one. I'm one of the lucky individuals to manage to catch 2 solar eclipses in my lifetime. If a solar eclipse happens again, I will probably be an old gray-haired bastard. I'll be this old gray-haired bastard wearing my shades, pausing from my video games, rubbing this good ointment on my jointed knees with arthritis and all that, looking at the sky and see another solar eclipse, if I'm lucky. If I'm lucky to see a 3rd one. But like I said, if I ever do see a 3rd eclipse, I'll be old and gray. That's going to be something that, wow. I know I'm kind of at a loss for words here, but it's really hard to describe the feeling, the moment of when you see a solar eclipse. Again, I was only 9 years old when I saw my first one, and it's one of the coolest fucking things I ever saw in life. You never think to see the sun blacked out by the moon. A lot of people you can never explain this to. It's like, well, it's no big deal. It's just looking at the damn sun. No, it's not looking at the damn sun. It's witnessing an event that happens rarely in life. This is one of those life moments, and if you can witness it or capture it or take something from it, all the better for you. That's more power to you. When you can witness something so amazing, so cool, so awesome looking in light of what's going on today, and people around the country who witnessed this. They just all gathered together just to look at the sky. You know, you normally see stuff like this happen in movies when it's the end of the fucking world. I know that sounds a little exaggerated, but that's how it happens in movies. They look at the sky and they see the world coming to the end. There's nothing they can do. It's like, well, we're screwed. So long life. Nice knowing everybody. I'm glad I did this. I regret that I didn't do that. You know, I feel bad for everybody who had to work or attend college classes to see this. Well, depending on certain colleges, you probably would be outside watching this event instead of going through studies. You know, some jobs are like this, where you'll take a moment to pause and look outside at the sky and boom. You know, everywhere is different. But if you ever get the chance to see a solar eclipse, even if it's not the full totality of a solar eclipse, even if it's a partial one, you still want that experience in your lifetime. You want to witness something so amazing and something so rare that happens, because you may never see one of these again. I know this sounds like I'm beating a dead horse, and you know what? I'm probably putting steel-toe boots in the bones of its rotting carcass. But it's true. You will never see something like this. You know, there are things in life, there are moments in life that just do not compare to seeing a solar eclipse. Whether it's a partial, whether it's a full, total, whether it's the tail end of a solar eclipse. Moments like that unite people, and that's what happened around the land. They all decided to throw away their cares, or whoever could, and just watch something amazing happen in their lifetimes that they'll probably never, ever witness again. And if they're lucky enough to witness it again, they'll be old and probably fading memory and not remembering anything like this. You know, events like these bring people together. Hell, I'll be honest with you about that bringing people together. 6 couples have actually gotten married during this eclipse. You know, that's how you make a memory. A man and a woman, or a woman and a woman, or a man and a man, or a transgender person and another transgender person tying the knot during something so amazing. It would make their wedding even more memorable. It makes you appreciate some of the good things in life. Moments like these are amazing. If you ever got the chance to see this in life, if you got the chance to see this, tell me in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of this, what you thought about this historic moment, this amazing moment. You know, if you've seen another one in your life, if you were lucky enough to see another one, tell me about when you saw that one in the comment section below. You know, it's something to look forward to. But really, what did you think of this event? Did you think, it's just the moon covering the sun? Did you think it was amazing? Did you think, oh, I wasted 2 hours of vacation time from work to see some boring shit like this? You know, let me know what you thought. I'm glad I did not go back to sleep to miss this event, because I would have been pissed. You know, seize moments like this. You know, it's like that MasterCard commercial where they say this memorable moment. It's priceless. It's truly priceless. Sure, you can see the pictures of it on social media and whatnot, but living the moment, you can never replace living the moment of something so rare. You know, again, to everybody who missed it, I feel bad for you for missing it. And to everybody who shared this moment, I just want to say I'm glad I shared it with you. Even if You didn't even know I was sharing it with you. Makes you appreciate the finer things in life, doesn't it, folks?